Retired Lieutenant General Ambassador Augustino Njoroge was born in 1951 in Menengai, Nakuru County, where he also undertook his early education.
I went to school in Menengai Primary School. From there, I went to Nakuru Day Secondary School.
He later on joined the military in March of 1970 as a young man, opting not to continue with his Form 5 and 6.
Out of 75, they were taking 14, and I was lucky to be one of them.
After training, he joined the Infantry Unit 5 Kia and later on became an instructor.
And then I joined the Communication Unit Signal Battalion.
He worked his way up the military ranks to finally lead the Kenya Army wing of the Kenya Defence Forces.
I was a squadron commander and also a company commander.
In 2005, after the Sabaot Land Defence Force terrorized Mount Elgon region and police were overwhelmed, the Kenya Army moved in under the command of General Njoroge.
We prepared, we had our intelligence, and when it was time, we started by cordoning the areas that we knew were involved.
He notes this as one of his most challenging assignments, owing to the rough terrain of Mount Elgon.
We moved to the forest. We asked all the fighters to move. We gave them time to move from the forest and come and face the authorities. Those who didn't, and Matwakei was one of them, he refused to surrender. So we went after him, and in the operation, him and a few others lost their lives. We left a camp for training just to give them confidence that they were safe. The camp is still there up to today.
2 years later, after the outcome of the 2007 presidential election was contested, violence erupted and General Njoroge was called in again to assist quell the chaos.
And I could feel the air was tense. We sent troops to go and clear the road. By midnight, they were able to open up the road. The police were there, but they were overwhelmed. Otherwise, it is not for us to interfere in internal affairs.
He remembers one incident when he had to deal with former Somali President Siad Barre, who had infiltrated the country after he was ousted in 1991 Somalia Civic War.
We met with IDID at the border, and we discussed how it was wrong for IDID to allow the troops to cross into Mandera. He asked where Siad Barre was. We said we haven't seen him, but in fact he was. We had allowed him to get to Wajir for us to meet him there.
When he retired, General Njoroge was appointed by President Wycliffe Matwakei as Kenya's ambassador to Israel in 2009. He notes the new escalation between Israel and Hamas have a negative impact on Kenya owing to the numerous cooperation between Kenya and Israel.
They have cooperated with us and assisted us mostly on security issues, but also on other areas like farming, the technology.
In 2013, President Uhuru Kenyatta would appoint him as the deputy chairman of the Joint Monitoring and Evaluation Commission for the Agreement of the Resolution on the South Sudan Conflict JMEC at IGAD. Since his retirement, General Njoroge, now 72 years old, has enjoyed his rest and is into farming, business, and community service.
And other than farming, I started the business of processing water. And we have water with by the branded name of Get. I'm also involved in the development. Right now we are building secondary school, laboratory.
A family man, General Njoroge says none of his children followed in his military footsteps.
My son, you saw him, he didn't want to be in the military. He's a master's in computer science. We have 3 daughters. The senior one is a banker with ABSA. The third one is a microbiologist. She's a doctor. She's in Texas, USA. And the last born, Janet Wangari, she's a nurse in Texas. We have 4 grandchildren.
Njoroge has urged the Kenyan government to assist in sorting out his visa issues with the American government.
Apparently, I have not been able to visit. This is a story on its own. For what I did, either in Mount Elgon for SLDF or the post-election violence, word got to the American embassy, and I don't know what report they got because that went to Washington. Today I'm still struggling to get a visa to the US.
His parting shot to the country is to maintain the values and virtues that hold Kenyans together as one nation. For Military Tales, I'm Njoroge.